On the night the moon refused to set, the drums did not beat. In the village of Ilora, silence was never natural. Crickets sang, palm leaves whispered, babies cried. Even the wind had its own language. But that night, everything held its breath. The moon stood high around, swollen, brighter than it had ever been, and it did not move. At first, the people thought it was beautiful. Then they understood it was wrong. Old Mama Sad, whose eyes had seen 70 harvests, stepped outside her hut and frowned at the sky. "It is waiting," she whispered. "For what?" asked the children, gathering behind her. "For someone brave enough to answer it." In Ilora lived a girl named Amara. Amara was not the strongest, not the loudest, not the most admired. She was known instead for asking questions that made elders uncomfortable. Why does the river bend only near our village? Why do the baobab trees lean toward the east? Why do we never speak of the hill beyond the farms? That hill had a name no one liked to repeat, the Forgotten Rise. And tonight, beneath the unmoving moon, it glowed faintly. By midnight, fear had entered every home. The goats refused to lie down, roosters crowed without reason, the well water shimmered as if reflecting something that wasn't there. The village chief called for a gathering. "We have angered something," he declared. "The moon does not freeze without cause." Murmurs spread like fire through dry grass. But Amara was not listening to the chief. She was listening to the silence, because within it, very faintly, she heard a rhythm. Not from the sky, from the hill. Before dawn that never came, Amara slipped away. No torch, no drum. No blessing, only courage and bare feet against cool earth. As she climbed the Forgotten Rise, the air thickened. The glowing grew stronger, the moon above seemed almost closer. At the top stood an ancient stone altar, cracked with age. Vines wrapped around it like protective arms. And etched into its surface were words in the old tongue. "When truth is buried, time will refuse to move." Amara's heartbeat thundered because she remembered the story no one finished. Long ago, before her birth, there had been a boy accused of calling drought upon the land, a boy cast out at this very hill, a boy who had claimed innocence until his final breath. And his name, her grandfather's name? The earth trembled, the moon pulsed, and from the wind came a voice, not loud, not angry, but wounded. "Why was I forgotten?" Amara dropped to her knees. "They were afraid," she said, her voice shaking. "Afraid of blame, afraid of shame, afraid to admit they were wrong." The wind circled her. "Fear bends truth," the voice replied. Tears streamed down Amara's face. "Then let truth stand again." She pressed her palms to the altar. "I speak his name. I restore his story. He was no curse. He was no drought. He was one of us," the hill roared. Light burst from the stone, like sunrise breaking through centuries. And for the first time that night, the moon moved. Back in the village, people gasped as shadows shifted. The frozen sky began its slow surrender toward dawn. When Amara returned, dust-covered and quiet, the elders saw something different in her eyes. Not pride, not defiance. Clarity. The chief lowered his staff. "What did you do?" Amara answered simply, "I listened." From that day forward, Ilora kept a new tradition. Every harvest season, they gathered at the Forgotten Rise, not to beg the heavens, not to fear the sky, but to speak the names of those who had been silenced. And whenever the moon shone full and bright, the elders would say, "Remember, light lingers where truth waits."